Hi, I'm Sandy Schreck, and I'm here today to invite you to participate in the North Central Designer of the Year competition. This competition is going to be held at the State Fair, and it starts on Wednesday, August 27th, and your design stays on display through the 28th. So there are thousands of people that you'll be able to reach with your creativity. This year's theme is Woodland Wonder, and it's creating nature-inspired creations, taking the beauty of nature and blending it with flowers and really creating some unique pieces. You bring two designs to the competition. The first one is a designer choice to reflect the theme. So what do you think about when you think about Woodland Wonder? There is no color restriction on that. And you can also add in natural elements and some permanent botanical elements, some different pieces, something like here, some wood pieces, and some nature-inspired pieces, potentially pine cones. You can even forge some things from the forest to kind of bring the theme through. But you do have to put a little bit of a cost on the cost sheet. So even if you find things, you do need to assign a cost. 60% of your creation needs to be fresh flowers. As you're creating your second design, that's a bridal bouquet. And there is a color suggestion on that. So all of your florals need to be in shades of green. So does that mean all exactly green? Well, take for example this veggie rose. So the veggie rose has some variegation where you see the tints, tones, and shades of green coming through on that, just like you would see on this variegated leaf. It has lots of different colorations. It's going to have some cream, some creamy whites, but there's light green, dark green. Other foliages may be variegated too, bringing in a little bit of yellow tone, but it's predominantly green. You've got like the fresh feathery greens. You see here adding in some of the other different textural elements, or like green trick dianthus, and even the gray greens that we see coming in through eucalyptus. So there is a lot of color variation within that green area, and you think tints, tones, and shades. So adding white, adding black, adding gray to them will give you a whole variety. And it's really a lot about texture and creativity. So utilizing some of the natural materials to maybe make an armature or something. You could make structures with some dried materials, and just doing a creative design, but within the theme of Woodland Wonder. For the bridal bouquet, you will need a vase to display it in. So the vase will not be judged and does not need to be included in on your cost sheet. But the arrangement does need to last for 2 days. So if it wilts before the judges even see it on that morning, that will be a deduction taken in mechanics. And so we do need to have it be fresh. There's thousands of people that come through there, the state fair. So once we have the judging complete, what we'll do is you'll bring some business cards, and those business cards will go out on display with your pieces. Your two pieces will be on two different sides of the room, so they don't need to match. And so you can be creative and have different themes for each one, but the overall theme is the Woodland Wonder. Bottom line is there's over $3,000 worth of prizes that are going to be given out. The average score from both of your pieces are combined, and the top 6 then go on to a live competition on the dirt stage at 6 p.m. on the 27th. And those designers will be all given the same flowers, the same amount of time, and the same theme. And they'll be designing in front of an audience. We'll be commentating and talking that through. But that live competition, then those 6 people compete for that title of Designer of the Year. So Patrick asked me one time, why is this competition so important to me? Well, I did win this competition back in 1998 and again in 1995 when I was able to compete again. But for me, it took a kid that was in 4-H from Watkins, Minnesota, small town, and it made me challenge myself to create a composition for myself and think about you as the customer. The judge is also your customer, so you do want to pay attention to the evaluation criteria, but it allowed me to see bigger. So to see that there was more out there, to be able to grow in this industry. And it took me a lot of places. And so I was very fortunate to be able to compete and win, but it gave me the confidence to dream bigger. So this is why it's important to me, and I would encourage you all to sign up today. The links will be down in the description, and we also do have a free class on August 20th that's going to be designing for competitions and certifications. So we do have a certification test coming up in North Dakota and one here in Plymouth at the in September, and so go ahead and take that class. And just I'm going to be talking to what the evaluators are looking for and what can elevate your design so that you can be in the top 6. All right, let's get signed up, and I encourage you to participate. North Central Designer of the Year, here we go.